If China attacks the Philippines, the world will not stay silent. The South. China Sea is not just about two countries. It is about global trade, freedom of navigation and power in Asia, and the Philippines is not alone. There are powerful nations ready to step in, ready to defend, and ready to fight because the Philippines is a small country in size, but it holds one of the most important locations on Earth, the center of the Pacific, the gateway to Asia, and the heart of global shipping lanes. And that is why an attack on the Philippines could pull in nations from around the world and ignite a global conflict. The first country that will defend the Philippines is the United States, bound by the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. Washington has already declared that any attack on Philippine forces, ships, or aircraft in the South China Sea will be treated as an attack on America itself. The U.S. has the most powerful navy on Earth, with aircraft carriers, bombers, nuclear submarines, and thousands of troops stationed across Asia in places like Japan, South Korea, and Guam. The U.S. has been conducting freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, regularly sending warships and fighter jets close to Chinese artificial islands, showing Beijing that it will not back down. And if China dares to strike the Philippines, the U.S. will unleash its firepower and lead the defense of its ally. The second country is Japan, a close partner of both the U.S. and the Philippines. Japan has transformed its self-defense forces into one of the most advanced militaries in the world, with cutting-edge fighter jets, warships, and missile systems. Tokyo has given patrol boats and military aid to Manila in recent years, and its leaders have said openly that Japan will stand with the Philippines against aggression because for Japan, the South China Sea is also a lifeline. Its oil and trade pass through these waters every day, and if China controls it, Japan is strangled. So if the Philippines is attacked, expect Japan to mobilize its navy and join the fight. The third country is Australia, another key ally of the Philippines. And America. Canberra has signed defense agreements with Manila and has joined joint patrols in the South China Sea. Australian warships and fighter jets have sailed alongside U.S. and Philippine forces, sending a message to China that the Pacific is not theirs to take. Australia may be far south, but it knows that a Chinese victory in the Philippines means a future where Beijing controls Asia, and that is unacceptable. The fourth country is South Korea, heavily tied to the U.S. alliance network. South Korea has one of the most modern armies in the world, equipped with advanced tanks, artillery fighter jets, and a strong navy. Seoul relies on sea lanes that pass through the South China Sea. And if those lanes are threatened, South Korea's survival is at stake, while its main focus is on North Korea. South Korea has already increased security cooperation with the Philippines and will likely support any defense coalition. The fifth country is the United Kingdom, a former empire that once ruled seas across the world. London has returned to Asia with its Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier strike group sailing through the South China Sea. In recent years, the UK has strengthened ties with Manila and sees China as a major threat to global stability and to international law. Britain has nuclear submarines, destroyers, and long-range capabilities, and will likely stand with the Philippines under the banner of protecting freedom of the seas. The sixth country is France, like the UK. France is a nuclear power with global reach. It has territories in the Pacific, such as New Caledonia and French Polynesia, and therefore considers itself a Pacific nation. Paris has sent warships through the South China Sea and joined exercises with allies to challenge China. France has also expressed support for the 2016 Hague ruling that rejected Beijing's sweeping claims in the South China Sea, making it clear that Paris will not tolerate aggression. The seventh country is India, a rising superpower and longtime rival of China. India has deepened defense ties with the Philippines and even agreed to sell BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to Manila. India sees China as its main competitor for dominance in Asia, and an attack on the Philippines would be an opportunity for India to strike back at Chinese expansionism by joining a wider coalition in defense of Manila. The eighth country is Canada, though often seen as a peaceful nation. Canada is part of NATO, and closely aligned with the U.S. It has sent warships to the South China Sea and spoken against Chinese aggression. Canada may not have the largest military, but its involvement adds political and military weight to any coalition defending the Philippines, and its strong alliance with Washington ensures that Ottawa will follow through. The ninth country is Vietnam, an unlikely but powerful partner. Vietnam and the Philippines both contest Chinese claims in the South China Sea. Vietnam has fought wars with China before and remains one of Beijing's fiercest opponents in the region. If China strikes the Philippines, Vietnam knows it could be next, and Hanoi will not sit quietly. Vietnam has built up a formidable navy and missile forces, and its willingness to stand up to China makes it a crucial player in the defense of Manila. The 10th country is Taiwan, though not officially recognized by many. Taiwan has one of the strongest militaries in Asia and faces China every day across the Taiwan Strait. An attack on the Philippines would likely coincide with Chinese aggression against Taiwan. But if Manila is attacked, Taipei may see it as a chance to align with the Philippines and the U.S. Taiwan's advanced missile systems and technology could provide support in the defense and weaken China's strategy. These 10 countries form a powerful shield around the Philippines, but it is not just about alliances, it is about survival. The South China Sea carries 1/3 of global trade, trillions of dollars every year. If China controls it, the world suffers. If the Philippines falls, the balance of power in Asia collapses, and the rules of the sea are broken forever. That is why these countries are preparing. That is why they are forming alliances, training together, and sending warships into these waters. And it is why the Philippines, though small, stands at the center of the most dangerous flashpoint on Earth. Because if China attacks the Philippines, it will not just be a war between two nations. It will be a war that pulls in superpowers, nuclear states, and global alliances. A war that could spread across oceans and skies. A war that could decide the future of the world. This is why every eye is on the South China Sea. Every headline about a patrol, every clash of ships, every warning from leaders matters, because history is being written in these waters, and the Philippines, though small, may hold the key to global peace or global war. The world is waiting, the world is watching. And the question remains, if China attacks the Philippines, who will defend and how far will they go?